Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of our 10-day fasting experiment. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. So today was an eating day, and I went out to lunch. So, for me, I'm eating vegan keto, and I'll explain what that is in a second. But I knew that I was probably going to go out for networking, essentially. And I planned ahead of time what I was going to order so that way I was going to be on track for my own personal goals. I don't like to eat too late in the day because I can't sleep. And if I'm going to do, one meal a day, or in our case, we're doing one meal every other day. But essentially, if I'm trying to, and when I eat a big, gigantic meal. That's what I do. So if I'm going to eat a huge meal, I don't want it to be too late. It's not good. I also feel like if I eat sort of mid-afternoon-ish, that makes it easier for the rest of the day. I'm not hungry for the rest of the day. And then the following day, I find it to be really easy if I'm not eating the following day. So this has just been a piece of freaking cake so far, this every 48-hour thing. Absolute piece of cake. For those of you who are watching who have never fasted before, going 48 hours between meals, essentially, 46 hours between meals, it's not for the faint of heart. And if you've never fasted before, I wouldn't necessarily recommend jumping into this unless you really feel like you have the fortitude to do it. Start off slowly. Start with, a 16-8 protocol. If you don't know what that is, look it up because it's everywhere on YouTube. Or, start off, then you can build to, 18 hours, then 20 hours, 24 hours. You can build up to it. But now that, I've fasted for many, many days in a row, and I have documented that on this channel. You can look it up. So for me, doing 48 hours, 46, 48 hours, it is not a big deal. Ain't no thing. All right. Now, let's talk about what it is that I actually eat when I'm eating. I've been eating vegan keto, and some of you asked me to elaborate on what that is. So what it is, it's being fat heavy. Now, I don't just try to eat like vegan. I don't like to eat a bunch of crap vegan food. I'm really whole food plant-based. There are just a couple of exceptions. But I try to stick with that, and I'm geared more toward that. So here's what I ate for lunch today. I had a grilled veggie salad, and I knew that the grilled vegetables were going to have some olive oil on it. When I'm at home, I try to not use olive oil. Instead, what I will do is I will make like a nut sauce or something. I'll try to do a nut that's not so high in carbs, like, walnuts, pecans. They're, fat heavy, and peanuts are good. So I'll try to do that. But when I'm out at a restaurant and they can't make my special snowflake stuff, I'll go ahead and I'm okay with the olive oil. So I did that, and then they had a veggie burger. So I got a veggie burger, but lettuce wrapped. They asked me whether I want fries or a salad. I said salad. So I had a ton of greens, just a ton. And of course I asked for olive oil and balsamic vinegar on the side. I don't use the restaurant's balsamic vinaigrette. Why? Because a lot of places use sugar in their balsamic vinaigrette and or dairy in their balsamic vinaigrette. Trust me, I waited tables for 10 years and I know what is in that stuff. So if it's just the olive oil and just the balsamic vinegar, I can just put it on myself, and, that way I have control of myself. So that's what I did. It was delicious. The people that I had lunch with, they thought that I was crazy because I ordered so much food. I had that with Pellegrino, and it was yummy. It was super good. And then afterwards, let me see if I can find it. I had something that was decadent, and you're not going to even believe that this is going to fit the protocol. So remember when I said mostly whole food plant-based? There are some exceptions. This is an exception. This is my all-time favorite chocolate in the whole wide world, and I'm a chocolate crazy person. All right, see if you can see that. This is Vosges chocolate. This is the best chocolate that I've been at every store across the country they have. That's how much I love them. People, when they find out I'm a chocolate person, they're like, oh, you can't have chocolate because it's not vegan. Dark chocolate is typically, not always, this one happens to be, just by sheer coincidence. Dark chocolate usually is made with cocoa butter instead of regular butter. There's no milk in it, whatever. This is great. And it's a little spicy. If you've never tried spicy chocolate, give it a whirl. It will knock your socks off. So good. And so this is like my little treat for myself. And it's actually keto friendly based on how I'm eating the rest of the day. So, it's mostly fat and just, a few carbs and low on protein. And here's the thing, I don't measure out. A lot of your keto people are going to say, make sure it's 70% fat and then 20% protein and 10% carbs. I am not going to count this stuff. I cannot stand doing that. What a freaking waste of time. Who has time for this? No. And with like my fitness, I don't even care. I'm not going to do it. What I try to do is I just try to focus on whole foods with like a bunch of natural fats added. Natural with the exception of my dark chocolate. That's what I do. And it's great. And I'm losing body fat just like I want to doing this. So when I fast, I don't necessarily do it for the body fat loss. But how I'm eating, that is for body fat loss. Fasting has all kinds of great effects on your body and your brain that have nothing to do with body fat loss. So this is what I do, and the food is freaking delicious. Now, if I'm at home, I will have usually a giant salad, and then I make something called a coconut muesli because I love it. I love muesli. So I know this is getting to be a long video, but if you're still with me and if you want to know what in the world that is, my coconut muesli is I get unsweetened shredded coconut. I put a bunch in a bowl. I put a little bit of raw oats. It could be quick oats. It could just be rolled oats. Just a little tiny bit, like maybe a tablespoon, tops. But oats are very good for you, but I just do a little bit. And I throw in some fresh blueberries, just like, maybe 20 or something. And I do some pumpkin seeds, and I put some walnuts or pecans in there. And then I mix it all up with some cinnamon. Then I add a soy milk. If you like almond milk, good for you. I'm not the biggest fan. I use unsweetened soy milk where the only ingredients are soybeans and water. I don't do that carrageenan crap. I don't do any of that. And I eat that all, and it is just delicious. It's a great dessert to have when I'm at home and can control all my different stuff. And for my salads at home, I do greens. Usually I try to put some kale in there so I get cruciferous, which is cancer fighting. I do a little bit of beans. Beans are very good for you. Yes, they're high in carbs, but I do only just a little bit because they are so, so, so nutritious. So a little bit of beans, any bean I want to. Raw onions. I do mushrooms. If you do mushrooms, you gotta grill them, or not grill them, I'm sorry. You gotta cook them a little bit. I tend to steam mine because if you eat raw mushrooms, they've got a tiny bit of carcinogen on it. So you gotta cook them for a couple of minutes. Then I do, nuts, whatever, and a whole avocado, a whole entire avocado. Oh, so good. So, so good, y'all. That's what I do. It's yummy. Maybe put some balsamic vinegar over the top. Not vinaigrette, but vinegar. It is super yummy. And that's what I tend to have like every day when I'm not, fasting and when I'm at home. So try it out. The thing about vegan keto is that it has eliminated all of my cravings for a bunch of crap. And I usually just love crap. Who doesn't love crap? It's great. But I don't care about that anymore. My cravings are gone. I am astounded that this has worked. Astounded. I've tried so many things, and this has worked. I don't crave the crap anymore. So, I hope that you found this to be useful. This is such a long video. It's crazy. But that's what I've been doing. Was there anything else I was going to tell you? I think that's it. Let me know if you want to know anything else about my diet, how I eat, anything like that. I'm happy to answer questions. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And leave a comment or a question below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you mañana for our day 5 on this 10-day experiment. All right, bye everyone. Ciao.